Hello everyone and welcome back to Sendik's Weather Channel. Today we're going to take a look at the latest from the models for the next few weeks, which will take us into the first week of March. We'll take a look at the UK Met Office, the precipitation type forecast with the UK Met. We'll have a look at the live radar, which I've just pulled up here, and I've also got the ECM ensembles. We'll have a look at the main model runs, so the GFS, the GM, the ECMWF, and all of their ensembles, respective ensembles as well. If you do enjoy today's video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate it. From the outset then, this is the current radar, so we're looking at 4:32, which is when I'm recording this. As you can see, there is some patchy, quite heavy rain for parts of the northern half of the Northern Ireland. Central and southern areas of the Republic of Ireland are seeing some quite heavy, some patchy rain, and then the far southwest of England, for Cornwall, for example, is seeing some light to moderate rain. Further northwards, you can see many parts of England are dry, and then in the east and northeast, there's a few patchy showers through Scotland. So that just let me know what you think to that feature. There's also the satellite, which shows where the cloud is. If we have a look on the live, you can see that there's a lot of thick cloud around for many parts. Could be quite frosty and foggy in parts. Well, it was this morning anyway, but all that should be clearing as the milder air is moving in from the southwest. If we have a look at the precipitation with the through the next couple of days, you can see this is from Thursday. You can see there's some patchy showers moving into central England, moving eastwards, which is all of the milder air moving in from the Atlantic. You can see there's some quite squally and heavy showers moving in through Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland as well, especially on that south coast there, as you can see. Then there's preceding weather fronts, which are moving into Western Wales and also into Northern Scotland as well, which could be quite patchy and heavy in places. Quite a banding of showers through Thursday lunchtime, which could produce some heavy showers into Northern England, extending into Eastern Scotland. So something to watch out for there for. Could be a yellow warning. As moving to Friday, so I'll just move this on. Moving to Friday, dries out as that weather front clears to our east, but then there's more rain moving in from off the Atlantic. Could be quite heavy, especially in the Republic of Ireland. Then it bands more together, and many areas could see quite heavy showers, especially for central England into northwestern England. And as that clears to our northeast, on that alignment, you can see some heavy showers spawning in northern Scotland, central Scotland, and many parts of Western Ireland through the early hours of Friday morning. That clears away to our east, and we go drier. So if we go into Saturday and Sunday, Saturday looks like quite a dry and pleasant day, and then into Sunday, another weather front arrives from the Atlantic, producing some more heavy rain, especially in the north. And then there's another preceding weather front, which is moving along the east. As it disconnects from the north, this weather front moves to our south and east, produce some heavy rain, maybe along the south coast, then more patchy showers elsewhere, maybe turning wintry over the highest ground. If we have a look at the temperatures, you can see over last night there was some quite patchy frosts around. Daytime highs today have been 3 to 6 degrees for many parts of England. However, in the far southwest, where the milder air has already encroached, you can see we've reached 11, 12 or 13 degrees in the far southwest, and possibly even for the Republic of Ireland. As we move into Wednesday to Thursday, looks like quite a mild night as that milder air properly moves in. So by midday on Thursday, temperatures of 13, 14 or 15 degrees in central areas, quite surprising, and also the southeast is seeing lower temperatures, so bit of a contrast of air masses there. Slightly cooler as you head north, but that's to be expected. As we move into Thursday into Friday, we go colder overnight, but not particularly cold. Quite a mild and muggy night for especially the south and the east. Temperatures not dropping below 11 or 12. Further northwards, slightly cooler. But then Friday afternoon, 14s and 15s, maybe even an isolated 16 degrees. Feeling pretty mild out there. Feels like temperatures may even be the high teens as well. And as you can see, as we move to Saturday, temperatures are slightly cooler as there's cooler air masses begin to move in from the west. But again, pretty mild night Friday and Saturday. And then daytime temperatures Saturday, 11s, 12s, 13s, and remaining quite mild into next week. Now we'll have a look at the first model, which is the GFS, and we'll have a look at the operational run, which will illustrate it quite well. So For the rest of the week, we have high pressure to our east, low pressure out to our west towards Iceland and Greenland, which is bringing in a pretty mild south-southwesterly wind. Driest in the south and east, wettest in the north and west. Through into next week then, we have more of a westerly flow taking over, which means that many areas will see patchy showers around. Again, primarily in the north, closest to the low pressure systems. Little low being spun up on Tuesday into Wednesday, which could produce some heavier rain for more central southern England as that clears through. And behind it, there's a slight wedge of colder air, I should say, with the -5 line drifting in. But again, a ridge builds over the country by the end of next week into Thursday, Friday, with a slightly cooler pocket of air before the Atlantic returns and we go back westerly. If we have a look at the previous one, that was the midday run, which is just coming out. If we have a look at the 6Z run, you can see deep areas of low pressure moving in from off the Atlantic. Looks quite stormy, unsettled, and bit chillier at times. Bit of a cold zonality going on with the winds in from the northwest, but you'd expect the temperatures to come out pretty mild with this sort of pattern. If we have a look at the GEM, this is updated to about day 8, day 9. You can see very similar with the westerly winds dominating from next week onwards. Looks quite mild for the weekend though. Get your barbecue out. Now winds in from the west. That low slightly further south on Wednesday, so that would affect the south and southeast. Winds in from the west-northwest though. Pretty mild, wet and windy mostly in the north, but many areas probably would see a lot of rain, or welcome rain for some. Depends where you are. So yeah, that's that. So if we have a look at the options on the table from the ECM, this is the midnight run. If we have a look at the midnight ECM run, actually, I'll show you that very quickly. So again, very similar pattern with high pressure to the south into next week, high pressure to the south, low pressure to the north, winds in from the west-northwest. Chillier air masses moving in at times, but again, mostly average to slightly above. In the longer term, do get northwesterlies encroaching from the north. We get northwesters as a slight ridges build out to our west, but again, they're very transient and return colder for a time before the milder air returns with the Atlantic reigning supreme once again. But, little northerly shots here and there. They won't last very long, and they get less potent as we move into March. If we have a look at the options that are on the table now, so the 1st of March, all of the options are pretty good agreement. Low pressure is going to dominate. It's coming in from off the Atlantic. Winds are in from the west, pretty mild, wet and windy, especially in the north. Then in 2 weeks' time, so the 6th up to the 6th of March, 19 options have low pressure over the top of the country, bringing in westerly winds, pretty mild. 17 have low pressure, very deep areas of low pressure moving in, so mild, unsettled and quite stormy, with winds in from the Atlantic. And then 15, low pressure to our north and west, high pressure to our south and east over France, and winds are in from the southwest. So all options looking mild at day 10 and day 14 as well. Obviously could be cooler zonality at times, but it doesn't look too likely at this stage. Well, I thank you all for watching this video. There you go, there's that I couldn't show it properly. Thank you all for watching this video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye everyone.